Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl I Yaa Oheema, aka Dr. Benko, and I am back with another video. I am back officially on YouTube and I am here to share my journey because the last time I spoke to you I was a medical student, but now your girl is a doctor. Yeah. So I have been active. I've been active on Instagram, creating so many videos that I'd come back and let you know how I became a doctor in 3 years. Sounds crazy, right? But once you hear the journey, you will understand, so stay tuned. If you haven't heard much about my journey, I am Mame, I am 24 and I'm currently living in London. I am a foundation doctor. I had always had this dream of becoming a doctor, and I've said this story so many times on so many different platforms, but I kind of wavered with that decision. I told my father this before he passed away, that, you know, I'm thinking about becoming a doctor, I may want to be one. It got to GCSEs, as well as triple science, maths, English. I also did IT because I was really good at it. I did sociology, I did history of medicine, I did qualifications in sports. So as you can see, I was just really confused. I did business and economics. And then I got into sixth form. While I was getting into sixth form, which is I think high school essentially, or pre-med for the people in America, I picked subjects which would allow me to get into medicine because I started thinking about it again. So I picked biology, chemistry, psychology and philosophy. In my AS, which is year 12, I ended up getting an AABB and dropped philosophy because philosophy was just not it for me. So I proceeded with biology, chemistry and psychology. And I remember in that year, that was the year when we were doing our medicine applications. And I had done so much over the summer with UCL. They had a medical school. Slowly but surely I was getting back into the groove of becoming a doctor and, you know, just trying to see how things go. And then it got to the part where we had to do entrance exams. So things like the BMAT and the UK CAT, I knew about them, but I didn't take them seriously at all. So I remember my BMAT, when I walked into sixth form, my teacher was like, oh, your BMAT's starting in 10 minutes. Why are you like strolling? I had completely forgotten about it. Did my BMAT, banter. UK CAT, I think I left it so late that all the test centres in London were done. So I had to go to like outside of London, like Luton, to do mine. And I just didn't, you know, like study for it. It was just so silly. So I ended up picking a few medicine, a few universities that did medicine, and I also ended up picking psychology at Warwick, which I absolutely wanted to do because I loved everything mind. The human mind works was just right up my street. So then I got into do psychology in Warwick, and in the first week my mum was just like, sis, like these fees are looking kind of mad, because I'll go into more about like my visa struggles in another video, but I was being faced with paying international fees, which for the record are like £15,000 a year, or like 1860. I don't know the exchange rates right now, but about $17,000 a year just for the course, and then obviously accommodation because I live in London and I'd be moving to Warwick. So my mom was like, sis, like it's either you gotta work or like and pay, take a year out, or you need to find something to do. Like, so I came across the opportunity of studying at St. George's, but all their medicine spaces were full. But they had a course which was known as the transfer course, in which if you were averaging above 2-1 or a first, so to get a first in the UK is to get above 70%, or 2-1 is above 60%, then you have the potential of being transferred onto medicine. It was literally, as soon as I heard about that, I was just like, yeah, I'm getting it, calm, minor, done, deal. So obviously started university at St. George's doing biomedical science, and the way my university is set up is that we had lectures with the medics, so all our foundational knowledge, all the things about the kidneys, the eyes, the brains, the lungs, the liver, the muscles. We all had lectures together. The only thing we had separately was that we would then go off to labs, so like 4 hours every week, the bane of my existence back then. Whereas the medics would have things like PPD, which was like personal development, as well as clinical skills, so learning how to talk to patients, learning how to take histories or examine patients, or, you know, give injections, and learning how to take blood. So obviously like your girl was averaging like above 70% consistently, using a study method which I've spoken about before. I think it's in one of the videos I moved from Instagram TV to YouTube, so how to study effectively. Watch that, shameless plug, suggestions when I figure out how to do it will be up there. And I got into medicine. So I ended up graduating from biomedical science, because you still had to graduate with a first and 2 prizes. So a prize in physiology, so I got the highest in all the physiology subjects, and also a prize in reproduction. And then I got transferred onto medicine. So what I got transferred onto is T year, which is known as the transition year. So if you are doing medicine from an undergraduate position, so if you had entered straight away, this would have been your 3rd year of medicine. Whereas if you were a graduate, so you had already done a different degree and you were doing a postgraduate medicine course, this would be the 2nd year. So we all came together in what is known as the transition year. A few weeks before the transition year, we had a 2-week period, so for all 20 of us who got this transfer position, in which we had to learn 3 years worth of medicine, personal development, clinical skills, taking blood in a 2-week period. I was so scared. I had never done medical school exams, and I felt like we were just literally thrown into the deep end.